Hi everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I just did a video about your gifts and that you're the gift and we all matter and stuff, and I just want to point out that not just in joy, but even people that trigger us or stir up some kind of emotion in us, people that irritate us, there is a gift in there. And their gift to us at that time, or maybe you trigger other people, maybe you irritate other people, the gift in there is becoming aware of these parts of yourself that are being triggered and why they're there. And most times that is because there is some unresolved hurt or fear inside that person is reflecting to you. There's a gift in every situation. And any way that you choose to express yourself is a gift to others, even if it may not seem like that at the outset. So I just wanted to explore that a little with you, because the last video on gifts was about finding your joy and sharing your gifts. So the truth is, well, who knows what the truth is, but the way that I see it and perceive it is that we're all born into this life as we are. We're created perfectly as we are, even though we all have flaws. You know, we all make mistakes, but we're all here to learn, and we travel along our journey, and everything happens for a reason. Even if we can't see the gift at the time, there is a gift in every circumstance, in every interaction that you have with others. And part of this journey is learning to really see yourself as you are and to accept yourself as you are. When you start to gain a little bit more insight into yourself, and you start to understand who you are, and more importantly, who you are not. When you start to stand in your own divine power, and you develop this self-acceptance, you begin to have the ability to give that acceptance to others, to accept others as they are. The same thing with loving yourself, and not in a narcissistic way, but accepting yourself and loving yourself are kind of the same, where you're unconditionally accepting yourself as you are, for who you are, for everything, every part of you, loving the parts of you that you think are unlovable, and giving yourself the love that maybe you did not receive from others. You're cultivating it within yourself. You're giving to yourself. That way you're coming from a place where your cup is full and able to pour out to others. If you don't have that within, you can't pour from an empty cup. You have to cultivate the self-love, the compassion, the gratitude, the acceptance, and most importantly, forgiveness for yourself before you can give that to others. So there's always a gift in every situation, and every circumstance that you go through, even though it may be a harsh circumstance or a tough lesson, it brings you into a greater awareness of who you are, and your place in the universe, and your purpose and your gifts, and also of others. When you know, when you're hurt, and you when you start to have, let me say it this way, when you start to have compassion for yourself, and you really look at yourself in a way like, man, I made that mistake, and you can forgive yourself for maybe any kind of pain that you have caused someone else, and you can come to terms with it, and you can have compassion for yourself, because just like anybody else, you deserve your own love, you deserve your own compassion. When you can come from that space within, it's easier to give that to others. So when you're going through a hard circumstance and you're really struggling, just remember that there's a gift in there for you, and maybe that gift is bringing you to a better place within, and affording you a greater capacity to love and to feel grateful and to accept yourself. You're who you are, and how you're not, you're not meant to be like everyone else. You're not meant to think, feel, and express yourself like everyone else. Although we are all connected, although we are all part of one big blob of energy, of creation, of all that is, we are all like, there's one tree, but we are different branches. We are leaves on the same tree. And depending on what branch we're at any time in our lives, our perspective is going to be different, but our perspective is still valid. It still has value, and it still has purpose. Life is not meant to be unicorns and rainbows, and being awakened is not this glorious light-filled path. It's an unveiling of who you are. It's a stripping away of all of the stuff that is not the heart of who you are. And at times that can be scary when you're peeling off those layers, because sometimes our identity to ourselves is wrapped up in those layers. The thing to remember is that when you're going through stuff, and you're peeling off all these parts of you, and you're coming to terms with it, and you're becoming more in tune with yourself, you're not losing anything, you're gaining more of your true divine nature. And the other thing is, when, especially now with the way the energies have been pushing us to this transformation of living in the heart space, of coming from the heart space, things may come up for you that you need to deal with, things that maybe you haven't thought about for a long time. Suddenly, a memory of something that wasn't so pleasant may come up into your awareness. And I want to tell you that the reason that this is coming up into your awareness is so that you can heal it. So you can't heal things that you don't acknowledge, and you can't heal things that you're not aware of. So when these things come up for you, don't look at it like you're still wallowing in this memory, in the emotion attached to the memory, in the hurt or the pain that was caused or that you caused. Think about it like this: it's bubbling up into your awareness so you can acknowledge it and heal it and let it go. It's coming up so you can let it go and drop it from your energy, drop it from your body, from your mind, from your heart, so you can be free. And part of that is forgiving yourself, forgiving others, and accepting yourself, accepting others, loving yourself, loving others, having compassion for yourself. Sometimes we really need to treat ourselves like we are our own parent and look at ourselves as if we are our own child and offer compassion in that way to ourselves. It's easier to give this kind of caring and nurturing to others, but if we're not giving it to ourselves, then what we're giving out to others creates a deficit, because you're pouring out to someone who may not pour back into you, and that creates a weird dynamic where you might feel like a lack inside, and you're feeling that lack inside because you're not giving it to yourself first. You need to give this to yourself first before you can give it to others. That way there's no expectation from the other person to give to you. You're coming from a place of wholeness where you're able to feel good about yourself inside, to pour out to others, so your cup is always filled and there's no expectation from the other side to give back to you. There is a gift in every moment. There is a gift in every moment, and you are the gift. Being who you are is a gift to the world, and allowing the space for others to be as they are is honoring that gift within yourself, to be who you are. When you stand strong in who you are and you stand in your divine power, you give others this the feeling of it's okay to be who I am. So I just wanted to share that in conjunction with my last video. I hope you all have a wonderful day, and lots of light and love to you. Have a great day.